how to focus. Throughout this video, there's going to be many different times when you're going to feel your focus going. You're going to reach for your phone, or you're going to want to click on one of those little videos to the side of this video, but I urge you not to do that and stick with this video right until the end, because this is a video that will teach you exactly how to focus. Everything I've learned over the past 2 years reading deep into this topic, applying the things that I've read, and this is exactly what works condensed into a short video so that you don't have to do any of that research. And the reason that we're focusing in on the topic of focus is because we live in a world of distractions. Our phones are always around us. We can listen to music wherever we go. We can go throughout the whole day without having a single moment to think. We can fill every single space, even if it's just 20 seconds long, with distraction by going on our phone. And that means that our attention span across the world is getting lower and lower and lower. Some researchers have concluded that our attention span is now shorter than a goldfish. But that is not necessarily a bad thing for you. Because if you can learn how to increase that attention span, learn how to sit down at a desk for 2 hours and work effortlessly, completely focused for those 2 hours, you are able to get ahead of all of your competitors. If you want to do better in your exams, if you want to get a promotion at your work, or if you want to start a business, learning to focus is an essential skill that you must master, and this video will give you everything you need to focus completely. But again, you need to make sure that you don't get distracted throughout this video. Now, if you're wondering where I learned this from, there's a few different places. I've bought many different courses, online courses. I've spent thousands of dollars. I've read many different books, and I'll get more onto that later. But the thing that got me started onto all of this was Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is an online learning platform with over 25,000 different courses, from productivity to self-development to learning how to focus. You can get access to all of those courses with a premium membership, which is only $10 a month. For $10 a month, you get access to 25,000 different courses that will help you get closer from where you are now towards where you want to be. No matter what problem you're having or what you want to achieve, there will be a full course, not just a video, a full course on Skillshare that will get you towards where you want to be. Join 7 million people that are currently on that platform by clicking the first link in the description. You'll get 2 months completely free, which means you get access to the 25,000 different courses completely free of charge, not for a month, but for 2 months. Click the first link in the description. I'll see you over there. Then get back and continue watching this video. So we're going to be covering the 4 different things that you need to know if you want to get laser-like focus. Now again, this is all of the information from all of these different sources combined, and when I applied it to my life, I realized that there's actually only 4 different things. Now, to explain those 4 different things, imagine there's a table with 2 columns and 2 rows. On the 2 rows going across, there's work and not work. What this means that if you want to get laser-like focus when you're working, you need to focus on focusing when you're working, but also when you're not working. There's techniques you can do when you're not working that will improve your focus when you are working. So they're the 2 rows going across. The 2 columns going down, they are focusing, how to focus, and then the opposite, how to remove distractions. All of those 4 things work together so that if you start implementing the 4 steps we'll outline in this video, you will get laser-like focus. It's guaranteed. So the first quadrant we're going to be covering is how to practice the skill of focusing when you're not working. And that sentence I just said there was very important, because the first thing you've got to understand is that focusing is a skill. If you implement these 4 steps, you will get better at focusing. It's not something you were born with. A lot of people diagnose themselves as ADD, and yes, there may be some people that are that, but a lot of people nowadays have short attention spans simply because of the lifestyle they've managed to put themselves in. So remember that focusing is a skill, and you can practice and you can improve it by implementing the steps in this video. But how do you practice focusing when you're not working? And the answer to that is very simple. As you go about your day-to-day life, find different areas where you can say to yourself, right now, I'm going to practice the skill of focusing. The perfect example is in this video right now. No, you're not working, but that doesn't mean you can't practice the skill of focusing. You can say to yourself, for the rest of this video, I'm going to tune in. and I'm going to watch this video right to the end, and I'm going to digest every single piece of information that comes out of this kid's mouth. That is a way for you to practice the skill of focusing. The best example for you, if you're a student, or if you're at work and you're in meetings, or if you're a student in lectures, use those as an opportunity to practice the skill of focusing. Think about it. It's absolutely perfect. You're in a room for an hour or 2 hours. You kind of don't need to listen. You can kind of just sit there and digest the information and then revise later on. Or if you're in a meeting, it's probably not all relevant to you. But use it as an opportunity to focus. And the more you do that, the more you go about your day-to-day life and say, this is an opportunity for me to focus. That way you're getting benefits out of things that you wouldn't normally derive a benefit from. Even if you're in a lecture where you know everything, sit down and focus, because then even if you know all of the information, you're practicing the skill of focusing. The next quadrant, how to remove distractions when you're not working. And you may be asking, why would I even care about removing distractions when I'm not working? The answer to that is simple. If you go about your day-to-day life with no time to reflect, with no time to be bored, with no time to think, then what that's doing is it's shortening your attention span. Your brain's getting used to having complete stimulation always. 10 minutes on the bus, you get out your phone, you scroll through Instagram, you listen to music. You're wiring your brain to get that kind of immediate stimulation. But that is not going to help you with focusing when it sits down to work. Because when you sit down to work and tackle a hard, difficult topic that requires your full focus, your brain isn't used to that. You've wired your brain so that it's used to getting complete and utter stimulation always. So when you sit down to focus, the focus just simply won't be there. So the best way to focus when not working is not just to practice focusing on other things, but also to remove distractions and leave space in your day for you to be bored. Leave space in your day for you to reflect on the day. Leave space in your day for you to think and not have that constant stimulation, and it will seriously reflect in your focus when you sit down to work. The third quadrant is how to remove distractions when you are working. And the reason we cover this, and the reason I've dedicated a quarter of this video to this topic, because learning how to focus is quite a difficult thing. What's easy is to flip focus on its head, you get distraction, then just simply eliminate distractions. When you're working, make sure that you have no notifications. You've told the people in your house, I'm working now, please don't distract me. You close down your all of your other tabs on your computer. You change your environment so that there is zero distractions whatsoever. And the reason you do this is a lot more important than you might first think, because if someone interrupts you, you spend a minute talking to them, you think, oh, that's okay, it was only a minute out of my work. Or if you go and you check an email, you reply to an email in the middle of working, then you say, oh, that's okay, I've just wasted 2 minutes replying to that email. In reality, it's a lot worse because of something called an attention residue. Scientists have found that it takes a while for you to focus on a task, which is why if you switch the tasks you're doing, you leave a bit of your attention with the previous task. For example, if I'm working now on making this video, I'm in the zone, I'm talking to you, everything's just coming straight from my mind, I'm not having to think, I'm just speaking whatever first comes to my mind. Then I decide randomly to start scrolling through Instagram or to check an email for 2 minutes. Then I put it away and I start to record this video again. My attention is stuck with the emails or with Instagram, and I'll find it difficult again to focus on this task. So when you're getting distracted by emails, notifications, people around you, or anything, you're not just wasting the time doing that task, but a bit of your attention is left with that task, which means that your focus will be impaired for the rest of that working session. So make sure you do everything in your power to remove all distractions when you work. Turn your phone off, put it in a different room. Make sure that you've set up your computer so that it's completely efficient, so there's no distractions on there. There's no games on there. It's difficult for you to access your emails. It's difficult for you to access Facebook. This singular point is so important, and the thing is, it's so easy. You can change your laptop setup once so that it's easy to work and difficult to get distracted. That will pay dividends again and again and again in the future. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like. And again, if you're new around here, then make sure you click the subscribe button. But let's get on to the fourth step. So the fourth quadrant tackles how to focus when you're actually working. And I could give you the same example as I gave previously, that you just want to sit down and you want to tell yourself, I'm going to focus, and you just concentrate hard on what you're doing. Problem with that is it uses willpower. Focusing like this, where you're concentrating, you're forcing yourself to focus, you can't do that for long periods of time. You'll get drained out. Your willpower will get depleted. Instead, I'm going to give you a different piece of advice, and there's actually two. The first one is meditation. I know some people don't like meditation, so let me give you a second alternative. You go on what I like to call thought walks. What this means is, as you go about a walk, you think about a topic you want to tackle. You think, right, at the moment I'm not as fit as I want to be. At the moment I'm having a problem with my business. In 2 weeks' time I've got an exam and I want to structure my revision in the best way possible. You think about one specific problem that you're having, you go on a walk and you contemplate the solution to this problem. Which means as you go about your walk, you're walking around, constantly bring your brain back to that problem. Constantly pull the attention of your brain back to that problem. It's similar to meditation, but it also has the benefit in the fact that you're using your brain to solve the problem. So it's perfect. Find time every day to go on a walk, pick a topic to deal with on that walk, and constantly focus your attention back to that problem. Focus it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. It sounds like I'm singing a song or something. But constantly tell your brain, get back to the topic at hand, get back to the topic at hand. And what that will do, by doing that every single day, you're strengthening the muscle of focus so that when it does sit down to work, it's effortless. You can sit down, 2 hours of work goes by in a flash. You didn't get distracted. You're able to focus so intently that you don't even believe it. Now, if you're wondering where I got this information from, probably the main source, obviously I started with Skillshare, but the main source I got this information from is a book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. If you want to learn more about this topic and you're serious about getting a serious amount of work done in your life, you want to do big things and you want to learn how you can get insane focus, in the second link in the description, you'll be able to get that completely free with Audible. You'll get 2 free audiobooks. If you click the second link in the description, you'll be able to listen to deep work, so learn how you can go deep into the zone and get ridiculous amounts of work done. So once again, click the second link in the description. If you're new around here, then make sure you click the subscribe button, because we'll teach you how you can level up your life. And if you've enjoyed this video and you think you're going to implement anything, just make sure you click the like button. It helps me know to make more of these videos, and it also helps with the YouTube algorithm. Just being honest, go ahead, click the like button, click the subscribe button, join Skillshare, and then join Audible with the second link in the description.